Hello, my name is Audrey with Mutanhaurwa. I'm a student at St. Catherine University, and my mentor who I worked on this project is Dr. Kate Faiboni from Duke University. And my research question is the impact of school support programs on school attendance in Zimbabwe. The problem is the school attendance is costly, which may contribute to school dropouts, high school dropout rates. And then many students do not receive any form of support in order to attend school. There may be school support in material like uniforms, pens, books, and even school tuition. And this prevalence of a student need also may affect whether the school provides the support services or programs or direct the students to outside providers like churches that have like scholarships or fellowships or that pays to help with tuition. And the questions that I'll be answering in this research question is: are support programs like schools, tuition, school materials like books, uniforms, books, etc., essential for higher school attendance? And to what extent does school provide support program services for students, and how provision is affected by school geography? And the background of the education in Zimbabwe is the Zimbabwe school education system consists of 9 years of elementary school, 4 years of junior high school, 2 years of senior high, and then 4 years of university, and then more for post graduation, which means the master's program for 2 years, and then the PhD, which is usually for 4 years. And then Zimbabwe Millennium Development goal was to have education universally free for everybody, but then due to the economic crisis that was bad, they no longer made it universal for anybody. So education was not free. Point is not free anymore right now. Currently in Zimbabwe, everyone has to pay even for the primary school. But however, the Zimbabwean education is still retained its relatively high academic ranking among other African countries. And I looked that up to the United Nations Education Scientific Cultural Organization, which put Zimbabwean adult literacy rate at like 86.4% in 2015, which ranked Zimbabwe number 9 in Africa for best education. And I hypothesize that there is a large and positive impact on school attendance for students that receive any support programs. And then my proposed methodology will be a fixed effects regression approach to determine whether a support program for tuition increases school attendance. This is my empirical, which is the fixed effects regression. I haven't read it yet, it's working on it. But the I10 IVP will be the number of students attending school in province A. Support V will be the leave out average for support provided for children in village B. And then the X will be the effect of control variables that will be like the child's age, mother's education, father's education, household wealth index. And then MUP will be the province fixed effects, which we have 10 provinces in Zimbabwe, and I'll be using that in my regression. And then the EU will be the random error term. And then I'm not using any delta T in my fixed effects because I'm only using one round of data. And just looking ahead, I think my regression will have reverse causality because if students are not attending school, they'll not be receiving any support, so which Y affects X. And then I got my data from the 2019 UNICEF Mix, the multiple indicator cluster survey, which has 462 clusters and 2012 households were selected on the national level. In year 6 questionnaires, the household individual for men and women, children under 5 and children up to 17, and water quality testing. And the variables I'll be using will be attendance, will be my response variable, and then support available, which is tuition support, and edge province will be my predicting variable. And I ran this descriptive statistics to look at just those who have students who have attended, children who have attended school in 2019, and then who attended this year in 2019, and then school tuition, and then major support. And then I also ran a bar graph to just show that for school tuition over age, by age, and we can see that more support is provided for children who are like in the teenage 12 years there than when you're like 5 or 6 or like 8. And then I also ran for school tuition of a province. You can see the province of Mashingo, which is the second from right, is the highest, with which means like most of the school support program children receive most tuition support in Mashingo, other than even Harare, which is the last one. And the next step will be complete data cleaning process, and then construct the leave out averages for my regression, and then run the fixed effects regression. And then these are the sources that I use for my research, as well as I'll be using on my paper. And this is what I have for now. Thank you. And I want to say thank you to the Research in Color Foundation for giving me this opportunity to do this solo study with the help of my mentor, Kate. It's been really amazing and wonderful just learning stuff. Thank you.